Hey all my movie maniacs, Mark the Movie Man here. Welcome to The Final Cut. Got an independent horror film for you today. I know you're surprised. And this one is called Johnny Gruesome. It is brought to us by writer and director Gregory Lamberson, who actually wrote the horror novel that this film is based off of, and that novel had the same name. And here we get the story of Johnny Gruesome, aka Johnny Gruesome as he is nicknamed by people at his high school that he attends. He's a hellion, he's a metalhead, and he meets an untimely death. But he doesn't like that too much, so he returns from the grave to exact revenge on those that wronged him. Johnny Gruesome character, I enjoyed the idea and the concept and the character that they came up with, especially the makeup effects and his look. I love the look when Johnny Gruesome turns into Johnny Gruesome. I really appreciated the look and dug the character. Unfortunately, he's not on screen as much as I would have liked for him to be on screen. In fact, I wish we almost would have just followed him throughout the whole film, but we don't. We do get him cropping up at specific moments, to either dispatch people or find out where the people are that he can dispatch. So, when you do get to see him, he looks pretty creepy, and I like how his creepiness, his creepy look changed. It seemed to change over the course of the film where he got even more and more creepy, and I really liked that design of that character, the Johnny Gruesome character, and he's played very well by Anthony De La Torre. Now, the Johnny Gruesome has a girlfriend, Karen Slatter, and she is played by April Ann. I thought she did okay. You can tell that April Ann hasn't been in front of the camera much, and that does kind of show through, but I appreciate her character and adding the girlfriend element, of course, because it's set in a high school, you kind of expect that, and, what they did with her character I thought was interesting, especially when they involve her and also Johnny Gruesome's friend Eric Carter, played by Byron Brown II. Byron Brown is my favorite performer out of all of them in this film. I really enjoyed how he plays the Eric Carter character. I like not only how he was written, but how he was handled, and everything about him. I really enjoyed all the moments where Byron was on screen, and he ended up being my favorite performer and character within this film. Now, the film, while the cover does promise to be really crazy, it's not as crazy as I would have hoped. There are, you could tell, some comedic elements they try to work in where some of the jokes hit. Many of them didn't for me, but for me, I think I would have liked it, seen it approached a little bit differently. The practical effects in here look really good, the gore effects, and I will say they use the gore effects to also bring some humor in. Specifically, there's a scene involving a head in a locker, which I really appreciated, and Byron Brown really plays it up in that scene as well, so I really enjoy all the elements in it, and that one made me smile and actually laugh out loud when that scene occurred. And the last 5-10 minutes of this film are just insane. They're crazy. I wish the whole film had been as batshit crazy as the last, the resolution, and maybe they were saving up for, the ending and give you this crazy ending, but almost wish it would have been all that crazy throughout. So for me, Johnny Gruesome was just okay. The way it was hyped up a bit, I was expecting a little bit more. I try not to let expectations get to me, but here I'm like, okay, cover, people are talking about it, yeah, but for me, I just thought it was okay. But if you're a fan of any of these people, especially Gregory Lamberson, who has put out some very unique and unusual films, you may want to check out Johnny Gruesome. So thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate your support. Check out Patreon page if you haven't already. We got some great exclusive content there. We're cheap and easy. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I appreciate your support, and then as always, till next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.